Everybody, it's your favorite Scarlet Reader, the Crimson Comic, coming back at you. Today I got another haul video for you. So I got about three collected editions and mostly single issues today. Most of those are from Midtown Comics. A couple of them are from eBay though. But without further ado, let's jump on in. This first book's from Marvel. We got the Silver Surfer Epic Collection, and this is the Infinity Gauntlet. So this is just continuing all of the cosmic Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos related stuff that I've been reading. I've been really enjoying this stuff. Unfortunately, no Starlin in this, but it's still been a good read so far. I'm currently reading through this. But this is volume 7 of the Silver Surfer Epic Collections. And this collects Silver Surfer 51 through 66, annual number 4, material from Marvel Comics Presents 69, and 93 through 97. So, yeah, I've been really enjoying this. Got some great Ron Lim art, which can't go wrong there. I love his work with all the cosmic Marvel superheroes and whatnot. I think he does a really good job. Yeah, so I'll just show you a little bit of the inside here for anyone who hasn't seen it. Like I said, I've been really enjoying this. I've been really enjoying reading the classic cosmic stuff, a lot of which Starlin really introduced and expounded upon through his time at Marvel. And obviously others have continued some of those storylines and told other stories with the characters and whatnot. But yeah, it's been a really fun read so far, and going through all this stuff, I've been really enjoying it. So I definitely look forward to finishing this and getting on with the next stuff. So there's that. And then on the DC end, we got The Flash Volume 6. This is A Cold Day in Hell. This is continuing the Rebirth run. Well, I guess it's not Rebirth anymore. Or at least they're not calling it that in the collected editions because it doesn't have the Rebirth branding that normally goes on it. But this collects The Flash issues 34 through 38 in annual number 1. Still got Joshua Williamson going strong. Looking forward to digging into this and getting more Flash in my life. Can't wait. And last but not least, with the collected editions, we have Dark Knight's Metal, the epic from Scott Snyder that has definitely been one you don't want to miss from what I hear. I think I'm going to wait until I get all the Metal books in. I think there's 3 more, maybe 2 or 3 more. I pre-ordered them all just so I could read the complete story. This is the deluxe edition, so it comes with this nice foil dust jacket. There's the back. And this collects Dark Knight's Metal issues 1 through 6. Real quick, jump in. See the front there. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this series. I mean, just with all the talk online and seeing some of the crazy stuff people have shown off, really excited for this series. But yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna wait until I get all of them in, just so that way I can read it all together, really enjoy the story that way. So yeah, it's Dark Knight's Metal, the deluxe edition. Alright, now jumping into the single issues. First up, like I said, these first however many are from Midtown, and then the last 2 are from eBay. We got The Flash and Speed Buggy. I was really excited when I heard about this crossover because when I was a kid I would watch Speed Buggy and I loved Hanna-Barbera cartoons. They were, I mean, those were some of my favorite cartoons growing up. I would constantly watching them. So when they have a crossover with the Flash, of course I'm gonna pick it up. And I just think it's a cool idea that they have Speed Buggy in there. But I love this cover. The other cover too, cover B, is pretty sweet too. And then following suit, I also picked up Black Lightning and Hong Kong Phooey. Again, when I was a kid, I would watch the crap out of Hong Kong Phooey. Love that show. I've never actually read anything, any Black Lightning stuff, other than whatever he's been in any of the Crisis events or anything like that. But other than that, I've never really read anything of his. But I primarily picked this up because of Hong Kong Phooey. Really excited about that. So yeah, well, I'll give this a read. Hopefully it's good. Looking forward to both of those for sure. Hoping they're just fun reads, you know. And then next up, got the True Believers Rebirth of Thanos. I really like these True Believers things, especially with these stories that I've recently been reading in the trade paperbacks that I've been picking up. To be able to get reprints of the actual issues is pretty cool. I enjoy having those, flipping through them. And I mean, they have some great covers too. Also, I picked up another True Believers. This is Carol Danvers. The one thing I'll say about these True Believers that I wish they didn't do, just for the sake of for people like me who's coming into a lot of these Marvel books not really knowing as much, and they changed the titles. I know. Well, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but like with the Iron Man 55, they changed the title to say Thanos, the first, I think, or something like that. And so it kind of stinks because then I'm like, well, wait, what's the book what book is this actually? You know, what issue was this back in the day? So that's the only thing I wish they didn't do, which was change the titles of the book, and I wish they showed the original issue number just for reference, because I like that history about the books. It's part of the reason why I picked these up. But anyways, I got that, so looking forward to reading that. Next up, we got True Believers #1, The Infinity War. When I was putting together this haul from Midtown that I was going to buy, I definitely wanted to pick up a few of these, because I knew once I read them I would want them. I haven't read Infinity War yet, but I eventually plan on getting the trade for that and giving that a read. But just love this great cover with Adam Warlock front and center. Looking good. And then next up, Thanos the First, as I alluded to. Iron Man 55, first appearance of Thanos. Just with how much I'm loving the character Thanos and all the cosmic stuff that he's involved in, I had to pick this up. And I think this is last with the True Believers issues, but I also picked up the Avengers versus Thanos. So there's that. Excuse me, I finally picked up Swamp Thing, the winter special. This is the second printing. I was waiting on it, and then I finally was like, I'm just gonna pick it up because I'm not caught up on in the New 52 Swamp Thing stuff, and I knew I wouldn't read this until after I read all that. And so, but I was just finally like, I'm just gonna get it because I want to get it, so that way while it's still readily available and easy to pick up. This is the second printing, like I said. I actually like this cover better, though. I like having this like old classic-looking Swamp Thing title at the top. So, because they were the first printing and second printing were both available online, but and for the same price on Midtown. But I just decided with this one because I liked it better. So yeah, looking forward to getting caught up and reading that. Next up, I've got the 4-issue run of The Weird from Jim Starlin. I don't really know much about it. It just is intriguing to me. The covers and the fact that it's called The Weird, and it's Starlin. And if you've watched my recent videos, you know I'm a bit obsessed right now. So that's issue 1, and then I picked up issue 2, issue 3, and last but not least, issue 4. So yeah, I got those 4 issues of The Weird. Looking forward to reading those. Happy to have those and give those a shot. Okay, so the last 2 books I got, they were a lot. Actually, I bought the first book that I'm going to show you. I bought that myself. That was actually the book I was buying. And then the seller actually threw in this other book as a little extra and thing. He after I paid for my book, he messaged me and was like, hey, just to let you know, I'm throwing in another book just to say thank you or something like that, which was cool. It was definitely unexpected and I appreciated it. But before I show you the books, just to give you a little story, a little back history behind this one, growing up, I always wanted a dog. But my parents and my brothers, they're not pet people whatsoever, so never got one. But I knew that once I got my own place, got married, I wanted to get a dog. I knew that was something I wanted to do as a goal of mine, just because I love dogs and pets and whatnot. And so, naturally, when I got married, my wife and I got a dog, and she was nice enough to let me name him. And so I named him Ace, after Ace the Bat Hound. And because I just wanted to name him something like that was meaningful to me and meant something. And so I decided with Ace. And real quick, I'll show you a little picture here. So now on the screen, you're seeing me dressed up as Batman and my dog dressed up as a little Bat Hound. And that's Ace. He was much younger than, well, that was probably 4 months after he was born. But for Halloween, a few years back, we went out with my nephew, and I dressed up like that, and we walked around, and it was a blast. It was really fun. He was super hyper, and but he's super cute, and we love him. And so naturally, because he means a lot to me and to my wife, I wanted to do something special that was comic related, because being named after the Bat Hound, I wanted to do something. And I don't know if you can see behind me right here, there's 3 frames on the wall kind of surrounding the Flash. I mean, I know you can't tell what they are, but I had this idea a while back I wanted to buy and display the issue of the Flash that came out the month and year I was born, the month and year my wife was born, the month and year my dog was born. So I did that, obviously. That's why they're on the wall. But then in that same vein, I wanted to try to find an issue of Batman with Ace on the cover to display. Unfortunately, through a bunch of research I did probably about a year ago, I realized that there are not many covers with Ace on it, you know. And the ones that did have Ace were pretty old, like 50s, 60s comics. So naturally, they came with a higher price tag most of the time, especially if they're in really good condition. And mainly, you know, I was just looking for something that was presentable, that would look nice hanging on a wall. So, like, even if, like, the cover was detached, but it still looked good, it wouldn't have necessarily been an issue. But what I was finding around the price range I wanted to spend were pretty ratty copies. And I checked eBay a bunch. I checked other websites, my local shop. They had one, but it was, like, crazy. It was way more than I wanted to pay, and I didn't even think the condition looked that great. But and he may have come down, who knows? But it probably would never have gotten to the point of what I would have felt comfortable paying for it. And so I kind of gave up. I kind of realized, well, unless I just get lucky, if I happen to see something while I'm perusing eBay or at like a convention or at my local shop, and I just happen to stumble upon one, I don't think I'm gonna get one. So I kind of stopped making an effort to look. And then one day, recently, this was a couple months ago. Well, no, it'd been about a month ago probably. I was watching Daryl from the Simply Incredible podcast. I was watching one of his haul videos, and he showed off this book that I did not know existed. It's actually a reprint of a 50s Batman issue. So I'll go ahead and show this. Let me take me and Ace off the screen here. So this is the book I found. So this is actually a reprint of Batman issue 123. So Pizza Hut in 1977 re-released a few of these classic comics. They seem kind of random. I'm not really sure what they were going for, why these issues. But they released 2 Batman ones, they released 2 Superman, and I believe 2 Wonder Woman, and I think they did some Marvel ones too. I want to say X-Men, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But he showed this book off in this Pizza Hut Collector's Edition, and I thought, holy cow, that was one of the books I found that had Ace on the cover. And as you can see, there he is right down there. Little Ace, the Bat Hound. And so this is a 1977 reprint of a 1959 book. So Batman 123. And so it's almost the exact same cover with the exception of this Pizza Hut here on the top. It says Pizza Hut Collector's Edition, Volume 1. And then it also doesn't have the price that I believe used to be over here. But yeah, so he showed that off, and I was like, holy cow, I didn't know these existed. I didn't know these reprints existed. Because I even tried in my research before looking for reprints, but it was very hard to find the specific books I was looking for to see if there was a reprint. And so I immediately got on eBay, jumped online looking for prices, and unfortunately it's really hard to figure out what something like this is worth, because there were some people who were like asking ridiculous prices, and then there are some people who are saying this was the cheapest copy I found. Unfortunately, it does have a detached cover. It's still in really nice shape though. It's got a few color breaks, quite a few, but the next most expensive one, which is a few dollars more than this, was in much worse condition. There was chips out of it. There is a lot more. The colors weren't as vibrant on the edges. There's a lot of color breaks all over the edge. But this one I thought looked way better. So I grabbed this one, picked it up. And I'm super happy to have this. I'm actually gonna keep my eye out now for these Pizza Hut Collector's Edition, because I think it'd be cool to get a few more, and have those. And if I ever stumble across one of these in better condition, I'll definitely pick it up. But yeah, so I forget if the other issue it's either the one right before, it's either issue 122 or 124 of Batman. But it's when Batman and Batwoman get married, according to the cover. I don't know if that actually happened in the book or whatever. But yeah, so I don't know. I thought this was really cool, and I didn't even know about it. And so I was really happy when I saw it on Daryl's video on the Simply Incredible podcast. It definitely made my day for sure. So this was awesome. And then, as a little extra incentive, he threw in this book. This is Justice League of America, issue number 113. So I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. It's not in great condition by any means. There's a couple chips in the cover, some folds, and something spilled up here. It's like all red. But I thought this was really cool, and actually, it's the first appearance of Sandy the Golden Boy as the new Sandman, which I thought was cool because I'm also currently reading through Jeff Johns' JSA run, which he plays a prominent role in that book. So I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. I mean, for free, I'll take it. But yeah, so definitely, this was definitely a special haul for me. I'm super excited about getting this. So eventually, at some point, you may see this back here, or I don't know if it'll go on this wall or another wall. But at some point, this will be hanging up on my wall and proudly displayed for all to see. So yeah. But yeah, so that was my haul for today. Let me know what you guys thought. And you know, if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. For those who have subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's awesome to know that there are people out there who want to watch the videos and the things I make. That's really cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye.